Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is a week commencing the 8th of December, and before I start, I just want to say a massive thank you for helping us reach a big milestone of 25,000 subscribers. Not only am I grateful for your comments, your likes, your shares, but I'm also grateful for how you guys all kind of like rally around each other. So I've really noticed lately when somebody's, having a hard time, it's lovely to see other people commenting and lift your spirits. So that's just such a lovely community. Anyway, let's get on with your reading, Pisces. Okay, we have two Moonology cards out for you. We have, you got the full moon in Pisces. What are the chances of that? Pisces have got their own moon. Love that. Now it says forgive. Simple as that. Forgive. And then we have last quarter moon in Aquarius, and it says reflect on your priorities, Pisces. So let's have a look, see what tarot says. Just put Bella back. She might come in, actually. She is about. Dear Spirit Guides and Angels, please join me in this reading for Pisces and make it helpful, hopeful and healing. What's the focus for Pisces, please? And thank you. Five of Swords. Couldn't make that one up when it says forgive. Opportunity is the Nine of Swords. The Seven of Swords, Wands, I beg your pardon, the Seven of Wands is your challenge. The Eight of Wands is bubbling under the surface. And the Hermit is your advice and outcome. Now the Five of Swords, the focus of the Five of Swords is, are you getting mixed up with people's knitting at work? Is there somebody that's really winding you up, or people that are really, not on the same page, and they're just, I don't know, they're just petty, argumentative, just pushing your buttons? If there is, the focus of this is just let them, just walk away. It's not worth your time and energy. Those sort of people, they just want to win at all costs. Usually quite egotistical too. Now the Nine of Swords is your opportunity. So there's something that is really bugging you, Pisces, at the moment, that's going round and round in your head like a washing machine. And the worst thing is you're probably taking it to bed with you. The opportunity of the Nine of Swords is to get it out in the open. Let's do something about it. Let's confront it. Seven of Wands is your challenge. Now, I feel that with that Nine of Swords, especially, Pisces, that the Seven of Wands is encouraging you as a challenge, though. Start again. You're not sticking to your guns on something here. I feel like you are backing down. However, the Five of Swords, there is a need to walk away there. But you're finding that quite hard to do. Because I don't know if there's something about, well, I know I'm right, I know I'm this, I know I'm that. Because I feel like with that Seven of Wands, with that Five of Swords as a focus, even if you are right, these aren't worth the time and energy. There's something about you being off guard as well, Pisces, here. Catching you off guard. So be careful not to get included with that. Now, the Eight of Wands is in your subconscious and bubbling under the surface. And this is the need for alignment. This is a need for, it's like you want to really enjoy what you're doing. And you do really enjoy subconsciously what you're doing. And you know that everything's, you've got a goal to achieve. You're working towards it. Bubbling under the surface, you want it to go a bit quicker, maybe? Now, the Hermit is your advice and outcome. And the Hermit is to remove yourself from situations, to be a hermit. Just cut them off. Take some time out to reflect, forgive, if that comes into it, and reflect on your priorities. These are definitely not your priority if you keep getting wound up with them. The Hermit is actually shining his lantern at the Eight of Wands. It is almost saying, by ignoring this, the Eight of Wands comes to fruition. You're desires, if you like, all come into alignment. But at the moment, if you're getting embroiled with the Five of Swords energy, that's a blockage that's stopping this from coming up to the surface. Let's have a look. Five of Swords, why are you here? Please and thank you. So again, reflect on your priorities, Pisces. Five of Swords, why are you here? Please and thank you. We've got the Tower as a focus. Now, the Tower is about rebuilding. It's about something that's just really not got a very solid foundation that needs rebuilding, tearing down and rebuilt again. It's about big change. It could be that you actually walk away physically also from those arguments if it's a work situation. Whatever it is, it's going to bring about big change next week. That's what the Tower indicates. A little bit chaotic. However, what I will say, always say to the Tower is your Tower moment isn't the same as mine. It depends on how you put things into perspective, doesn't it? So when we see the Tower, don't panic. It just means that things are going to be changing up a little bit for you. Should we do one more on that? What's changing with that Tower, please and thank you? Justice. Now that's what we'd like to see. Justice is about balance and fairness. Maybe they're encouraging you to look at what's not balanced and fair in your life at the moment, and you need to do something about it with the Tower. It can also represent some legal issues coming in, some legal decisions being made that perhaps go, well, when we see the Justice in the upright, it's about being in your favour. But it's going to create big change. It could be a contract coming in also. Now, the Nine of Swords is... Oh, look at that. Nine of Swords is your opportunity. And as I said, it's an opportunity to face your fears. It's an opportunity to... Whatever you're overthinking and taking, and as soon as you wake up, it's on your mind. Let's get it out on paper. Let's talk about it. Let's do something about it. You've got the Two of Wands. Now, are you thinking, should I stay or should I go? Because this is my card of, wow, I'm quite happy where I am. He's built his castle. He's got success. He's at the, he's looking out onto people below him. However, he's reached his goal here, and he's got one wand inside the castle, but it's firmly fixed, and one wand outside the castle, and it's kind of like saying, do I stay in the comfort of what I know, or do I just push myself a little bit? Is there a decision that you're trying to make, Pisces, about leaving somewhere, perhaps, especially if you've been there a long time? You know what you know, and it's it can be very daunting to do anything else. Likewise, relationships, whatever it'll be. But I do see you contemplating something next week, or you at least have an opportunity, maybe with this Justice coming in, with a contract, with an offer or something that goes, you know what, why don't you do this? And you're like, oh God, now you've put the cat amongst the pigeons. I'd really love to do that, but I'm not sure. And I think that's maybe what your sleepless nights are going to be about. But I think it's all good. It's all positive. Now, the Seven of Wands is your challenge. I just think you're not backing down on something, but it's not in a good manner. I don't know. Let's have a look. You have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups as a challenge. You're having to defend yourself against a group of people all the time. And defend, what your intentions are and what your goals are all the time. And it's hard work. The Three of Cups is a challenge. The people that are really not on the same page as you, they're not your tribe, Pisces. They're totally different characters altogether. It can also be people that are really negative around you. And this Seven of Wands, you know, he's always trying to stave off the negative Nellies at the here. You know, he's standing his ground. He knows what he wants. But these people here, these wands are like, are you sure? You know, can be that too. And these Three of Cups can be really negative, unsupportive people around you. Which is why they're encouraging with that Five of Swords to walk away from that. Now, the Eight of Wands is bubbling under the surface. So deep down, you know what you want. You've got these great, like, ambitious ideas. And you know that you've just got to communicate it. You've just got to start the ball rolling for it all to come into alignment. But you've got the Two of Wands there. You're umming and ahhing over it. Eight of Wands, why are you here for Pisces, please? Six of Wands, Pisces. So why are you umming and ahhing over it? This is about success. This is about being in the limelight and people recognizing how good you are at what you do. This is also other people seeing your success. So it's like at the moment, you're not being a peacock. You're not showing off at all. But it's coming, and you know it's coming. You know you can do bigger and better. You know that, you know you have more to offer, but for some reason you're keeping that bottled up at the moment, Pisces. This can also be, you know, for instance, if somebody was thinking of going in the public eye, you know, if you're starting a business, if you're starting, opening a shop, for instance, offering services, other people seeing your success, you know, making appointments, getting this energy going. That's what is truly what you want by looking at this. Having that recognition too. I can only liken it to, you know, for me, my job is all right. It's okay. If I had the choice, I would be asking to, you know, reduce my hours and do my tarot all the time because I'd absolutely love it. So bubbling under the surface, that's definitely how I can relate to that. The Eight of Wands, I know what I want. I know, and it's exciting. And once I get that, it's going to be full steam ahead. And the Six of Wands is going to be in the public eye. It's going to be on a platform. And I hope to be successful. So I feel like that for you, Pisces. There's something that you've got in the background, but you're umming and ahhing over it here. Now, the Hermit is your advice, and it is to reflect on your priorities. It's to reflect on everything, really, to take some time out. Even, you know, distance yourself from definitely this Three of Cups here. Let's have a look. What do we have? We have the King of Swords as your advice also. Now, the King of Swords is somebody who's makes decisions based on intelligence, fact, and stays truth to themselves. So the advice is look at the situation. Maybe they want you to make a list. Maybe they want you to write down the advantages, the disadvantages. Write down what your plan is, your plan of action, because that's what the King of Swords would do. He would look at something in an intelligent, non-biased, unemotional way. Now, with that Justice card, the King of Swords also, I refer to the King of Swords as my judge of the deck, because that is what he does. You know, he takes that side of the story, that side of the story, and he comes to a decision based on facts and intelligence and communication and truth. So again, there's something to do with that Justice card with that King of Swords. There's a lot of legal things, maybe a legal issue going on here too. Anyway, let's have a look at the Gateway Oracle and see what the final message is for Pisces. Please and thank you. No, it's that one. Rising above Pisces. Now, that's what we say about the Five of Swords. Rise above it. Don't get embroiled with it. Rise above. Now, the mantra of this card is, I see only beauty and grace. God, that annoys people, you know, when you say things like that. Because there's nothing that pushes that sort of person's buttons. Yeah, that person who just wants to be spiteful. Nothing pushes their buttons more than you being, what's the word? Positive. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, Pisces. Let me know how it resonates. Have a fabulous week. Thanks as always for watching. Don't forget to do the midweek check-in and like the video if you wouldn't mind. That is what pushes it out for me. Take care. Thanks so much. See you next week.